Good evening, all viewers. Welcome to the International Breaking News right now on Tuesday, 15th of March 2022. With me, Brilliant and Electa, within 5 minutes ahead, would like to inform you of the most actual news around the world. Well, viewers, here is the first news. It comes from America. U.S. man executed for killing after Supreme Court clears way. Alabama executed an inmate by lethal injection for a 1996 murder on Thursday after a divided U.S. Supreme Court sided with the state and rejected defense claims the man had an intellectual disability that cost him a chance to choose a less torturous yet untried execution method. State Attorney General Steve Marshall said in a statement that Matthew Reeves was put to death at Holman Prison after the court lifted a lower court order that had prevented corrections workers from executing the prisoner. He was pronounced dead at 9:24 p.m. Reeves was convicted killing Willie Johnson Jr., a driver who gave him a ride in 1996. Evidence showed Reeves went to a party afterward and celebrated the killing. Reeves was also convicted of capital murder for the slaying of Johnson, who died from a shotgun blast to the neck during a robbery in Selma exactly on the 27th of November 1996. He was killed after picking up Reeves and others on the side of a rural highway. Governor Kay Ivey said in a statement that Johnson was a good Samaritan lending a helping hand who was brutally murdered. She added that Reeves' death sentence is fair and tonight justice was rightfully served. Prison officials said that some of Johnson's family witnessed the execution. In a written statement, they said that after 26 years, justice had finally been served. Their family could have some closure. The Supreme Court on Thursday evening tossed out a decision by the 11th of the U.S. Court of Appeals, which had ruled on Wednesday that the district judge didn't abuse his discretion in ruling that the state couldn't execute Reeves by any method other than nitrogen hypoxia, which never been used. Reeves' attorneys criticized the Supreme Court's failure to explain its decision to the execution proceed. They say that the immense of the authority of the Supreme Court should be used to protect its citizens, not to strip them of the right without explanations. In 2011, Alabama death row inmates had a chance to sign a form choosing either lethal injection or the nitrogen hypoxia as an execution method, after the legislatures approved of the use of nitrogen. But Reeves was among the inmates who didn't feel the preference. A defense expert concluded Reeves had a first-grade reading level and language competency of someone as young as 4. But the state disagreed that Reeves had disability that would prevent him from understanding his options. An Alabama inmate who was put to death by lethal injection last year, that is Willie B. Smith, unsuccessfully raised claims about being intellectually unable to make the choice of nitrogen hypoxia. Stavros Lambrinidis, the European Union ambassador of the U.S., had sent a letter both condemning Johnson's killing and asking the Governor Ivey to block the execution. Well, viewers, that's the first news. Meet again with me in the international breaking news. Well, viewers, here is the second news. It comes from Australia. Local hero Ashley Barty breaks 44-year drought in Magic Australian Open triumph. Ashley Barty, or Ash Barty, has become the first local woman to win an Australian Open singles title in 44 years, grinding out a hard-fought 6-3, 7-6, and 7-2 victory over American Danielle Collins in front of an adoring Rod Laver Arena crowd. Not since 1978 champions Chris O'Neill, who was in the crowd for Barty's Melbourne Park Triumph, had an Australian woman conquered the Grand Slam. But the laid-back Queenslander found a way through her tenacious opponent to break the drought. Barty was down double break in the second set but clawed her way back to force a tiebreak, which she blasted emphatic fashion as Melbourne Park erupted. Sam Smith on Nine's White World Sport said that her destiny was fulfilled. Tested by a giant weight of expectation after winning Wimbledon in 2021 and cruising through the Australian Open final without dropping a set, Barty may have revealed the thinnest of cracks when she faced the first break point of the match at 2-2 draw in the opener. But the 25-year-old saved the break point with a sharply angled forehand and broke Collins' serve shortly after, taking a 4-2 lead. The top seed then faced another challenge from Collins when the 27th seed has a break of serve to go 2-0 in the second set. But a defiant Barty stormed back to the set, accounting for the double break as she closed the deficit to 5-4. The crowd went delirious when Barty consolidated her second break in succession to the level set as 5-5 draw went shortly after she was stringing through her first tiebreak and the tournament is blistering style. The great riddle that is pressure in sport appeared to be making Barty wobble as Collins threatened to become the first player of the tournament to steal a set of the local hero. But Barty again stamped herself as a master and her craft as she regathered and closed out victory. The girl from Ipswich, who had ditched tennis for cricket in 2014 and returned for one more shake in 2016, now has their 3 Grand Slam singles crowns and is an Australian Open triumph. Well, viewers, that's all the international breaking news for this evening. I'm Brilliant Analecta, and last I say, have a great day and see you in the next chance.